Einstein. I'm talking about feature extraction from floral and fungi footage. So the idea is that I have some houseplants, and so I'd like to create a computer vision system to watch them, tell me things about them. And so I did some research to see what the prior work was, and I found that people have done leaf segmentation on images. And so I wanted to take that idea and try to apply it to video for growth evaluation. So my idea was, okay, I take a video and I find when things change by comparing the current frame to a reference frame, and the movement there, I do some kind of thresholding and I get objects there. But it turns out that those objects sometimes overlap. So I want to try to get a better idea where the actual objects are and break that piece up into little bits using hue circle filter. And then once I find all the objects that are interesting, I evaluate it using a convolutional neural network using TensorFlow and Keras. And then finally, when I play the video, I use the object identification and classification to focus on interesting objects. Alright, so the threshold, I used the probabilistic output. Wasn't quite probabilistic, it's just a number, and I had to figure out what that number meant, so I put thresholds here, and then I did object counting. I realize that this video might also be a little bit long. What's happening here is the number of things that grow. I start to find more of them, and then as the little ones are absorbed into the bigger ones, that number goes down, and then at some point it stops growing, so it stops being found. So as I explained, the steps: movement, threshold, hue circles, and then another round of object identification. So what would I like to do in the future? I think I would take a different approach. I would use object tracking instead. And then I think I could still use some of the stuff from this one, but I think that may have been slightly the wrong approach. I would use, to improve it, I think you could also use a multi-class classifier. And actually, I think it might have better applications towards weather because, for example, clouds, they're always moving and changing. Okay, so I'm going to give you a short demonstration. So this is what happens when you run it. It has to load up the model, and then it will start playing on the flower video. Okay, it's not sure if this is a flower or that's a flower. It becomes more confident. These haven't really started to grow, as you can see from this. No movement. Very confident about this. I used like rose and lily and some other common flowers. These are kind of weird flowers, so probably the reason why it's still questioning some of it. Okay, thank you, bye.